Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 36, Week 4, with your hosts, myself, Lee Wood.
Myself, Nick Taylor.
Myself, Simon Wood.
Let's start off as ever with looking round the GFL.
Guffle.
Guffle.
Gunslinger scored points this week.
Some close games at the top there.
Dumb and Mule somehow managed to win.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary
Surprised me as
Stevens
well.
won. Gary Stevens.
Gary fucking Stevens.
Got to watch out for Gary fucking Stevens.
Hergadurga Hulk lost.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see.
Mm.
I'm assuming the Wind Waves won. I didn't actually check that.
They did, yeah.
16. Away to the Emperors.
Aaron won again.
How about the coach with no name?
They won quite convincingly.
I don't know what it's about the G, but I really struggle to know who's doing well other than the Wraiths.
That's all you need to know.
You want the Saints to start losing. That's what you really want.
Is that just so you can go top of your division side?
Yeah, of course.
Are you playing them this week? That's the real question.
That's a very good question. I think I am, and I think one of my best players got a D. So always good timing. Yep, I'm at ease. Playing at the Saints. So, the gridiron timing is always the best.
NFC South is looking quite tight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spicy meatball.
We need to bug report it though, because the Steelers have a coach name. I think that should be removed.
I thought it was only in the playoffs he loses his name.
It's only in the playoff preview stuff, yeah. Which we should be getting soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we have it, and it's still saying NA for the Stratford Steelers. There we go.
There's a lot of 3-1 teams in the NFC. Only one undefeated team on that side. Aaron Sanford, Dave Russell on the AFC side, I think.
Aaron Sanford. Yeah, it's looking like
Pretty open.
Yeah.
GFL.
I'm assuming the Hulk are playing the Wraiths this week.
Next week.
Next week, okay.
So there'll be 2 massacres this week then.
Yeah.
If they're not playing each other, they're playing the other 2 teams in the division.
Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
It should be a good week for the NFC South. If
Yes.
it's that close in, divisional games.
Are the Black Knights playing the Breakers this week?
Good question. Yes, they are.
Okay. So that should shore up the picture in the AFC. So I think this week should give us some leaders going into the second half of the season.
Yeah. It should be should flesh out the picture quite nicely this week. Get an idea of who's really on top in their divisions. So.
Yeah, I think so far the Lightning are looking good.
Yeah,
they're the only ones that have really pulled ahead by a significant margin.
Yeah. Although the Wraiths and the Hulk look, I mean, they're in a pretty good position too.
Sure, I meant single team in a division.
Yeah. But I think just because of their division, they might be pretty good on that front.
Yeah.
Gary Stevens is bottom of his division.
So he is indeed. Move on to the Atlantic.
I see you drew this week, Lee.
I know.
Is it like, did you draw week 4 last season as well? Was it last season? We were going for the
I think so. I think
bonus, and then you drew with Kendall.
Yeah.
You've got to get that draw in there just to ruin any chance of getting the first win.
Loves the draw.
Yeah. You've gotta pump out your stats with draws, right?
I don't know.
Stampede.
Surprised how badly the Kings got beaten.
Mm.
Pop a little bit of resistance there. Very happy that the Sun Devils lost for my own personal gain, So bit surprised by that result.
You managed to beat the Sonics as well, which is always good. Stampede absolutely massacred the Nighthawks.
Yeah, I think that confirms they're very much in a rebuild.
Yeah.
Heroes being the Outlaws is pretty big, actually. Outlaws are good on the MFC side of things. So
yeah.
Shows how good the Heroes are at the moment.
People forget about the Heroes, though.
Yeah.
And with that terrible pun, we look at the standings. Nick, you only need one more win.
Yeah. 1 win, 5 and 5.
It's all downhill from
this
here.
week. Beat Chickerell this week. Kick back and relax. Don't even need to submit a game plan. It's 5 and 5. We'll just roll on in.
I love the fact we have 2 divisions where the leading team is 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, the Atlantic's meant to be good.
The old 1-2-1 going on there in the second place.
Yeah.
Hey, the CFC East is the place to be. Everyone goes on about the West. Look where the East is. Everyone on 50% or better. Same with MFC South, to be fair. CFC West is. I don't know whether it's dropped off a little bit. Obviously, the Sharks have dropped off a lot, but Matt's.
Do you mean the Badger Sharks?
Games. Matt's had a few tough away games. I know that much. But...
True. The Stampede looked good, to be fair.
Yeah. Their home form's great. It's their away form struggles a little bit. But then, the 2 losses are against Scorpions and Sun Devils, and they're both doing well this season. So,
and they did beat the Avalanche.
Yeah, the Avalanche didn't have a motivational coach, if I remember correctly, for that game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could be a lot worse for Hamilton. So, yeah, they're still in it at least. Barbarians look really good. That CFC North race is going to be tight.
It is going to be tight.
Generals
the amount,
Heroes,
the point differential the Barbarians got, I'm not sure if it's a soft schedule so far leading in, or whether it just shows how strong the team is.
From memory, they have the softest schedule out of those teams. So it'll come down to the divisional games, obviously, with that one. Outlaws look pretty locked for the MFC North already. Can't see much else happening in that one.
Good to see the Meerkats there at 1 and 3 in second place. I can't really talk. I'm 1-2-1 in second place.
See,
but at least I've got a positive points differential.
The CFC South is the new CFC East.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Kings, Warriors, Stingrays aren't up to it this season. But I thought the Tigers would be better than they are doing. And I think a surprise package in the MSC side of things is the Comets on 3-1 at the moment. It's good to see Bob doing well.
Random stat of the day. The CFC South, I think, is the only team that still has 2 foundation GFLA coaches in their original teams.
Yeah, technically they have 3 foundation coaches in, right?
Yeah, but
obviously one
Richard was originally with the
Islanders, right?
I think it was the Islanders. Yeah,
was it? I reckon it was. I was looking it up.
I knew the answer. So,
where did he go to though when he left the Islanders? That's the real question.
Went to the GFL and took over the Blaze, I think.
Nope. Come on, Lee, you can do it.
Did he? He definitely moved to the GFL. Oh, Hawks.
Yep. Oh yeah,
And they became the Washington Hawks, I think.
he did. And then he's played a lot of college rubbish that no one gives a shit about.
Then he went to like the Big Sky or something, right?
Yeah.
I had the Buccaneers for a bit.
I'm going to just run you over, Buccaneers.
Yeah, and then lost his running back in the key.
So I think
before the key game, which was
think
unfortunate.
Dave Gaskell's an original coach. Steve Hilton's an original coach. Martin Benton is, but not with that team. Mark Boland is. Clay is. Richard is, but not with that team.
I can ask an important question. Who gives a shit?
Is Dave an original coach?
Dave Smart, yes.
Yeah. Bob.
Who gives a shit, Lay?
Bob
Me?
was, but not with that team.
Bob, I don't
not
think he
sure.
was a. Don't think he was a foundation coach. Mike Kaleo was. Technically, I'm not a foundation coach. I came in at like week 2.
Bob's season 7, so he's second season.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Quite a few
In
foundations.
Randall with the Aztecs might be as well.
Yep,
I have no
correct.
idea. Aztecs. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I history of the league I know better than most other leagues. But yeah,
Look at me.
look at me. I know things that are irrelevant. Let's move on to the interesting league.
What's happening in the Continental this week?
Onto the sea.
Hey, we have to check a few things.
Like,
So,
Don't
how
we
about
have to-
Stromwatch?
I mean, the Rivet's only won by three points.
Did you
Yeah,
see
it's
the
the giant
Westies
Hornets.
lose, Nick?
I didn't see the Westies lose. No.
Who was the? I mean, he's got a great name, but he didn't get many yards this week.
That's Escobar. isn't it?
Escobar did.
Probably.
Escobar's the man.
Mm.
7
Yeah.
yards on 3 carries, I believe.
I was very excited for this week because I thought maybe the Rivets might lose, and then no, get overtime, and then
Taking them to overtime is pretty huge.
oh yeah, I was hoping for more.
Yeah. Get Tripson back out. That's what I say.
Yeah, bring him in for the overtime. Plays
the,
both sides of the ball.
The
Water boy is now in on offense.
the Rivet special teams did its thing again, like returning punts for 25 yards, punting for 42 yards on average, returning kicks for 40 odd yards on average. Like
I hate special teams, like with a passion.
I hate special teams. I do.
They do their thing.
Yeah. Are the Rivets playing the Maroons this week?
We can hope. Our hopes will be dashed. No, it's next week.
Oh.
Rivets Bombers.
Rivets. Oh, that's a free win, isn't it?
Gonna be a points fest.
Unfortunately.
So there's quite a few divisions with a big divide in them.
Mm.
Packers 2 games ahead, Eagles 2 games ahead, Weasels 2 games ahead, and then like the top 2 in all the other divisions except the LFC West just like have a bit of a lead.
Yeah.
Two games ahead except like PFC East where there's 1 game ahead, but it's not much. Like it doesn't feel like there's much change in the Big Sky. It feels like there's same or similar teams doing well in general.
The Titans 2-2. They were pushing for the PFC West last season, I think.
Mm.
There's the occasional drop offs, but yeah, I agree. The churn's not as high as we've seen in some of the other leagues. Okay, let's move on to the Continental.
Bottom game is the important one.
Westies lost. Westies lost.
I did say this
Simon did
when
say
I was
it.
trying to analyse the sea.
I'm just disappointed the Angels didn't score 40 points like they normally
Yes. Poor week for the Angels.
do. Yeah. It's only 64 points in their game this week. Outrageous.
Not enough yards.
Definitely not enough yards.
Didn't even hit 500 passing yards. It's like
outrageous.
it's very outrageous.
There's a lot of 4-0 teams in this.
Mhm.
So 6 teams on 4-0.
Yep, that's an unusual amount.
Mm.
Like the RFC South, where it's 4-0, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3. Nice.
Not an awful lot I really think to comment on here.
Go the Angels. That's what we care about.
It's all about that division. Look, all the points scored in that division.
Bombers, you need to get a better offense. This needs to be in triple digits to play.
Screw defense.
They're on rebuild, right?
Yeah, but that defense is as good as the rest of the league.
Yeah. Let's see who can just score the most points. Defenses for suckers. Oh, what happened, Simon?
Oh, my team's a load of shit. That's what's happened.
See, the first 2 results, you've lost, and then Lee's won, and it's just like, yeah.
Mr. Lee Jason Alkins is making quite big statements with his wins against the best team, or some of the best teams in the league.
Very convincing.
And he convincingly smashes them. It's like somebody's sandbagging.
Zeppelin won. Yes. Success.
Wally only just made it past. They still rebuilding Monarchs.
True. That's quite a surprise.
I think the Kent Spitfires might have a lawsuit on their hand because that's the cricket team.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Yep. Centurions like a lot of points as well, to be fair. There's normally a lot of points in their games.
Look how the standings are being affected.
Only 3 4-0 teams in this one.
All on the VFC side.
Yeah. It's all right.
But the Titans are quietly going about their business this season.
Yeah, they're probably going to take the division.
Oh, yeah, no shit. No shit, Sherlock.
All about the Fury.
Furious Phil.
GFC North, no one wants to win that division.
No one wants to win the GFC North. It's like, we beat each other, we lose to everyone else.
It's the same every season, right?
Basically,
feels
yeah.
that way anyway.
5-5.
The GFC North is filled with 4 shit coaches that just all, try and not be the shittest.
Whose turn is it to wear the hat this season?
That is what it feels like sometimes. And that's Simon Sharp dragging everything down.
Cougars have opened the door to the plague.
Mm.
That one.
They were playing the sandbags, though.
Yeah.
Captain Sandbag.
I think when we go to the draft this year, we should bring some sandbags and force Lee to wear them.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, definitely agree.
We just arrange it with R&R, and rather than getting a medal for winning the bowl this year in the Delta, calling it now, he actually gets presented with a little sandbag.
I mean, we could present him with a trophy that is a sandbag, the sandbag bowl.
Yeah. To be fair, it's just going to bounce between him and Glenn Oates each year.
Maybe we just need our own sandbag award.
Yeah.
The PTI Sandbag Award. we can have the PTI Best Helmet Award as well.
Oh, a bit like a helmet Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What a good idea, Nick. Why has no one ever thought of that? You're full of good ideas today.
I know.
The Empire.
High Hunters beat the Kings. Big game.
Big game.
Big game. Still no postman Pat.
R Cubed lost again. Closer game though. closer game this time around. What is that? Hurricanes Patriots game. 44-65. How many yards are in that game?
7.
Who do they think they are? The Angels?
Or nearly 700. Nearly. So close. So close. How much receiving? Do we have one receiver getting lots of yards? Always enjoy that. No, just spread it around a little bit. All right, one of them got over 300, but still.
And the only reason he didn't get more is he was probably knackered.
Yeah. And yeah, he was on the losing side. How many yards do you receive for? 365. All right, so you won the game. No.
Yeah, the losing side actually did get significantly more yards.
Yeah. Yep.
Was it a special teams fest?
And less turnovers.
It's an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sacks there.
I look at the kick return numbers.
13 sacks. Yeah,
those kick returns that have done it.
Kick returns are good.
Take a look at the standings. High Hunters sitting high at the top of the league.
Oh, PFC East. Kings are right in the mix now. And BFC West has dropped off a little bit, so it's a little bit more open. PFC West is also pretty open. Thundering Herd started the season so well. Gave me so much hope. Still time. There's still time. We're all right. So, the Rogues are going for the least points scored across the whole of Gridiron.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that it's 5 points in 4 weeks.
Maybe they don't score any points next week and they've got a point a week.
Yeah.
5 is an impressive number to get to, right?
Yes, like a safety.
Must be a safety
goal, right?
Yeah. Safety and a field goal.
Classic combination.
Should have got a worse kicker into his team.
Yeah.
Griffins are still a game ahead of the Red Bulls. It's interesting because the Red Bulls and Kings not being top of their divisions is
unusual.
Yeah, be interesting to watch. It's quite open with that happening because you've got those two divisions, and then BFC West, PFC South, PFC West still fairly open. Right, High Hunters, Jaguars, and Storm probably expecting to win their divisions. Gamblers are giving it a good go. Storm have racked up 200 points already this season. So, will the Storm become the rivets of the E?
Yes. Yes, they will. Anything else?
No, should be a good week next week. Lots of
definitely.
Divisional games.
2 weeks of divisional games in a row is always gonna be good.
When's Nick starting the Helmet Super Bowl?
Next week, maybe next week. I'm off next week, off work next week, so
here we go.
Could happen.
Got the time.
Yeah. Phil, we just vote for them here. That'll chop them down in half each week.
Yeah. Or maybe we can narrow it down to like top 4 in each nice. League, and then we create a bracket.
Yeah.
Do a bracket with all of them.
No.
CBA.
So, if we're going to start that next week, get your helmet logos.
Yeah.
Get a logo, get in the game.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, it's goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye from me.